Hello everybody, and this is Bradley from RaceBeacon, and welcome to what is probably the earliest video I'm ever going to record. It's currently 6:30 UK time, and we are about to take a look at F1 pre-season testing. So ever since yesterday, it was clear when the rumour came out that Mercedes were going to be running potentially very heavily reduced sidepods. And thanks to Albert Fabrega, we do finally have confirmation. We have some pictures from trackside. This is the Mercedes for this season, and you can quite clearly see they have done something incredibly radical with these sidepods. And quite frankly, this is potentially one of the biggest innovations with F1 that we have seen for years. I mean, take a look at that. I think it's worth comparing to some of the other teams. I mean, I don't know if we're going to see something somewhat similar to this with some of the other teams, but potentially not for a very long time. This is something that isn't going to be easily replicated. This is all about moving the radiators, moulding the car around the crash structure, and surely, this is going to be one of the biggest debates, one of the biggest sources of controversy for the next few months, as there is no doubt whatsoever that I think some teams are going to protest this, simply because it is such a radical design. Personally, I don't know if it falls within the rules, and it may be one of those situations where the FIA never expected something like this to happen. It was just never thought of as a potential issue. So we've got some more photos as well here. It's this absolutely absolute genius, quite frankly. It's one of those situations where I think I said yesterday, if Mercedes come out the garage tomorrow morning with no side pods, I'm calling the championship right there and then. And by the looks of it, that could well be the case. I mean, to be honest, there's not a lot to say about it. I think the pictures quite clearly sort of speak for themselves, but it is just one of the biggest innovations we have seen for years. So we've also now got the gills on the side of the car as well. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what everyone thinks about this. Obviously, this is going to be a massive source of debate this season, and you know, who knows how this is going to go. But like I say, I'll show some more pictures just comparing it to some of the other teams. It is so radically different that yeah, I'm not sure how some team bosses may take it, and quite frankly, not sure how the FIA will take it either. Like I say, this could be one of those situations where they've read the rulebook and gone, well, hang on, it doesn't say our radiators have to be there, so they've just moved it up to the top end of the chassis, which is absolute, you know, I mean, it's innovation. That's what we love in Formula 1. But something this big could easily save them well over 1 second per lap, something along those lines. So, yeah, who knows? Is this going to be one of the biggest, most radical ideas, one of the most successful ideas we've seen in F1 for years? Or, you know, there are downsides with this. It's probably raised the centre of gravity on the car a little bit, which isn't going to help the handling too much, but I mean, quite frankly, you're probably reducing so much drag here, it's not going to matter. So is this thing going to be an absolute rocket ship down straights and then still be solid around the corners, or could corners be a weak side for them? Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see how this car handles. We've got a long 3 days of testing ahead of us. You never know, some of the other teams may come out with something similar themselves, but I think we're yet to see any proof that could happen. But yeah, there you go. And I thought the TeamViewer logo was in a weird place on the old livery. It didn't make sense. And I think there was always something a little bit off about Mercedes sidepods in Barcelona. So we knew that something would change. I think that was quite clear. But not this. Not this much at all. So there you go. If you were to put money on it now, who are you putting as world champion? Let's put it that way. But I'm going to have loads of updates and potentially, well, there will be some form of live coverage over the next 3 days from the testing at Bahrain. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because it really just helps out and really helps spread the channel. So, in the meantime, enjoy testing and the run-up to the season. And until next time, goodbye.